Hey house guests, welcome to today's Big Brother 16 updates and spoilers. Our house guest of the day is MGuy1977, aka Matthew Guy. Yay! And he wants to know if I could pick one twist from another season and plant it in this season, what would it be? You know what? I wouldn't mind seeing a diamond POV pop up at some point. But then again, I only want to see it pop up if it goes to one of my favorite house guests. So that's what I have to say. And you guys leave your suggestions in the comments. And if you want to be house guest of the day, send me a private message. Quick announcement, we're in a different location today. Whoa! And Homer is back. Let's hope that he behaves. So when we parted ways yesterday, the Power Veto competition had just ended and it was Otev and Zach was the winner. Some people were saying that he's either like a have-not or on slop for the rest of the summer, but I haven't confirmed that yet, so take that with a grain of salt. As you probably guessed, Homer was not behaving. So anyway, Power Veto competition's over. It's time for Zach and Frankie to finally talk some things out in the storage room. So I'm wondering, is Zanky back on? I don't know, but Zach was telling Frankie how he felt like his wife cheated on him, or like he was a spurned ex-girlfriend and it was like the worst day ever because they're such great friends and it just felt horrible. And then he pulled out the good old, if I was gay, I'm not going to say the rest because it was pretty graphic. But anyway, they kind of made up, I guess. And then Zach was like, just to let you know, pretty much the whole house was in on the plan last week this week, the B.O.B. plan. Everyone knew about it pretty much. So Frankie's like, alright, well, I guess we're even now. It's all good. What's up? So then Frankie was joking around, or not, that it's in everyone's best interest to get him to the final two so that someone else will have a shot at America's favorite player. Get out of here! Okay, so Frankie also said that they got played big time by Nicole and Christine because they're the two biggest liars in the house. What? Nicole and Christine are the two biggest liars in the house? So then Frankie was like, okay, I'm not gonna lie anymore. No more lying. Really? Because I'm pretty sure that that was a lie. So after that, Frankie moved on to talk to Derek, and Derek was like, alright, what are we gonna do about Donny this week? Frankie was like, I think that maybe we should keep him. He doesn't think that Donny is coming after them. I wouldn't be too sure about that. But ultimately, Frankie wants Nicole up and out this week. And I don't think it's very likely, but you never know. It's looking like Christine is probably going to put up Victoria. And Derek is really building up Victoria to Frankie. He's like, look, Victoria will never put you up. It's not going to happen. And she's probably not going to win HOH anyway. And she never says anything bad about you, so why get rid of Victoria? So Frankie's like, I don't know. So that was kind of left on that note. So Donny and Nicole were chatting, and seriously though, like, why have these two not nailed down a solid alliance? I don't understand that. They're always talking, they have these great, like, strategical conversations, but they've never actually formed an alliance. I don't understand. But anyway, Donny is pretty sure that he's going home this week, so he's trying to advise Nicole and help her out in the future. So he's like, I think you should possibly try to work with Cody. He seems like the weakest link in that group of all the guys. Maybe you could pull something with him. And he's like, Derek is the one who's made deals with everyone. If he gets to the end, he's totally gonna win. He has my vote. And then they go into this discussion talking about who they would vote for in the finale. It was pretty funny. They were saying like, oh, Zach for sure. I would even vote for Victoria. So it was a pretty funny discussion. It sounds like they could end up being bitter jurors, but we'll see. So, Zach and Victoria had a very important discussion in the Beehive room, which set off a full night of drama. So, Zach told Victoria about all of his alliances so far in the game since day one. It was the same conversation pretty much that he had with Nicole the other day. So he was like, okay, that's all my stuff. Don't tell Derek or Cody. So He also told her how he made up with Frankie earlier, but he's not completely buying into it. He's wondering, did we make up just because I won the veto? How legit is this? So Victoria's like, well, I don't trust Frankie, and I don't think you should either. Oh. And she was telling Zach how she likes to play dumb, and she's not actually dumb. Girl, you playing for real? I don't know. But Zach is like, this was a great line from Zach. Moving forward, I don't trust anyone. I trust Derek, I trust you, and I trust Cody. What? You just said you don't trust anyone. But anyway, Victoria then says that she wants Nicole gone. And her reasoning was that Nicole tried to convince Christine to make Victoria a have-not. I don't know about you guys, but I just feel like that's not a good reason at this point in the game to go after somebody. But that's just my thinking. So then, after that discussion, Victoria goes and talks to Nicole, the person that she just said she wants out. And she tells her all about her conversation with Zach. She's crying. She's super upset because Nicole confirms to her that Derek, yes, Derek, has alliances with other people. Imagine that. What? How? Are you serious, Victoria? What planet are you living on that she didn't realize that before? So she feels like she was totally played by Derek and she can't trust him. Yeah, you should feel that way because you did get played and you are still getting played. So then after that, Victoria goes back into the beehive room with Zach and she tells him how upset she is with Derek now that Nicole confirmed this, and she feels like Derek cheated on her. What is with these people who keep saying that they were cheated on by these other house guests? It's not the First Wives Club, it's Big Brother. So she just seems the most upset too that Derek is aligned with Christine of all people. It's like Christine is the Sarah Jessica Parker character, and it's just not a good situation for Victoria. So Zach is realizing, oh crap, I just stirred up some major stuff, and he realizes that if Derek finds out about this, he could be in a lot of trouble with him, and he doesn't want that. So he's like to Victoria, no, Derek has had your back the whole time. Don't confront him. Whatever you do, don't call him out. He's totally taking care of you. Don't worry about it. So then Victoria's like, well, I don't think Nicole should leave. She's on our side. Which totally contradicts what she said just before, but whatever. So Zach is like still going on about don't let this info come out, but he knows that it probably will. So he's like, if it does come out, tell everyone that Nicole gave you this information, not me. So meanwhile, Nicole is going through with what she discussed with Donny. She's talking to Cody. She's like, hey, maybe we should work together. He's not biting. He's like, I feel like you are only proposing this plan because Hayden trusted me, and you don't. I don't think you trust me. So he doesn't want any part of it. But she also shares with Cody that Zach went ahead and spilled everything to Victoria, including the Detonators Alliance. So Cody is like, oh man, Derek's gonna be pissed when he finds out, because of course Cody's gonna tell him, duh. So Zach beats Cody to the punch, or at least tries to, and he's like, Derek, guess what? Nicole just told Victoria all the stuff that I told her the other day. Everything. So a few minutes later, Zach is talking to Cody, and he admits, yo, I'm the one that told Victoria all this stuff, not Nicole. So Cody goes to Derek, who is pissed. I mean, livid. He's like, Zach blew up my game with Victoria, and that's not okay. Derek wants to call Zach out, and he also says he wants to choke him out right now and break every bone in his jaw so he won't be able to speak anymore. Whoa. That's some anger right there. So Cody goes to Nicole, he goes back to her and is like, yeah, so Zach is throwing you under the bus. He is telling everyone that you're the one that told Victoria all this stuff. He's trying to screw you over, he's blaming you for it. So Derek pulls Nicole up to the HOH room. He knows the truth, but he's interrogating her, and she's like, this is what happened. Zach told Victoria all this crap. Victoria came crying to me, and that's it. So he's like, well, why didn't you tell me what was going on? And Nicole's like apologizing to him. It's ridiculous. She's like, oh, I'm sorry. I was going to tell you, but I didn't get a chance yet. So Derek is like, all right, well, we need to settle this. So he brings Victoria up to the HOH room with Nicole. And Victoria is telling him that Zach was saying all of this stuff about how Derek has all these alliances, and it was really upsetting for her. So Derek is like, no, I'm not in an alliance with Zach and Cody. I'm not in this 5-person alliance. He totally denies it. He's like, maybe I've had some like week-to-week deals, but I'm not in any alliances with these people. He's like, if I was in an alliance with Zach, why would I try to vote him out? Come on. So he's like, Victoria, I've never done anything to hurt your game, and quite frankly, I'm upset that you went to someone else, Nicole, before talking to me about it. So he totally like makes Victoria feel guilty. It's crazy. And then he's like, I want to take care of this with the whole house. So he calls a house meeting in the HOH room. Everyone goes up there except for Donny, who was asleep, and Christine. I don't know where she was, but she wasn't in that meeting. And this meeting was explosive. So Zach, he's kind of in trouble. Derek was like, Zach, one of you is lying. It's either you or Nicole. Who's lying? And Zach is just like, all right, it was me. I'm the one who told Victoria all this stuff. He's like, okay, I appreciate that. Thank you for coming clean about it. But then things got wild. Zach and Victoria were like full on screaming at each other. Zach is like, Victoria, what are you crying about right now? I told you that Derek had your back this whole time. What the hell? And Victoria's just like, stop, Zach, bleh! Her yelling voice is just like, yeah. So Zach is totally freaking out. Derek is trying to diffuse things, but it's not really working. Zach is like, just effing vote me out next week if I'm ruining all of your games. And then he brings up how Frankie really effed up his game, and like, how am I supposed to play this game when he's playing for kids in Africa? And he just keeps bringing that up. He can't let it go. So eventually everyone's just like, all right, no more lies, not even these little ones like the one that Zach just told and created all this drama. Derek is like, it's fixed, it's fine, don't worry about it anymore, let it go. So the meeting breaks up, but Derek and Frankie stay behind in the HOH to talk to Zach alone. So Derek is like, alright, I know that you're a good kid, I know that you're not doing this on purpose, but by getting all of your alliance information off your chest, you are taking food right out of my daughter's mouth. Wouldn't it be cool if I had like food, it was like a magic trick? Well, I don't. So Frankie was like, this is a perfect example of why you became dangerous in the game, Zach. This is exactly what we've been talking about. And Zach is just like, well, vote me out. So Derek is like, come on, man, I know this is not really who you are. So he gives him a pep talk. He's like, you're not that guy. We need you in the game. Just like, chill out. So Zach apologizes again. They hug it out. We'll see what happens. So then, let's change gears. Nicole was talking to Victoria, and I guess she told her how Frankie was saying that he now has Victoria in his back pocket because of his relation to Ariana Grande. So Victoria is pissed when she hears this. And Caleb was around when this discussion was going on, so he goes and tells Frankie about it, and Frankie is like, I gotta talk to Victoria. So he pulls her aside. It was like, I think it was just before like 5 in the morning. It's super late or early. And Frankie's like, Victoria, whatever you heard, it's not true. Like, I can't believe that somebody would say that. And he said how it's disgusting that someone would take such a beautiful thing and like try to make it evil or something. It was ridiculous because he definitely told Christine that a huge part of the reason why he revealed his true identity to the house was because he thought that he would have Victoria's vote locked for him. So he's like, oh, anyone who says something like that is going to be raked over the coals. And he also said that he's not going to have to deal with Nicole. He's not going to worry about it. He's just going to let the world sort through that one. That is so creepy. Okay, he was basically saying, like, okay, all of my followers and Ariana's followers get to work, make Nicole's life a living hell. That's just so messed up. So then it was time for Victoria to talk with Derek one-on-one finally, and she was begging to get back into Derek's good graces. It was kind of pathetic. She apologized for doubting him and not coming to talk to him right away. Please don't show your butt. And he accepted. He was like, okay, it's fine. Because he knows he's got her under control again, so he's fine with it. So Caleb, Frankie, and Christine got to leave for their football prize this morning. I think they left around 10 a.m. And Caleb and Frankie aren't just going into this to have a good time. There is a plan in place. They want to try and convince Christine all day that she should backdoor Nicole. We'll see if that works. But anyway, it was a pretty quiet day today with those three gone. Donny and Nicole were chatting this morning while most of the people were asleep. And Nicole was filling Donny in on the house meeting from last night. Donny's like, ugh, whatever, I'm glad I was asleep. And then they went on to talking about who the replacement nominee is going to be this week. And Donny's like, maybe we should throw Cody under the bus to Frankie and be like, Cody wanted you to go home. So Donny is really set on using Cody somehow, either throwing him under the bus or getting Nicole to work with him. I don't know, but they had the photo booth today, and like I said, not much going on, chilling. It's kind of like they're in college and people left for like Thanksgiving break or whatever, but like there's some people who are still there, so it's just more relaxed. But anyway, the football crew returned around 8:30 p.m. and we're gonna pick it up there tomorrow and talk all about their adventure. So thank you guys for sticking in there, and until tomorrow, much love.
Edit.